Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Poor Man Mods. If you saw the past couple videos, I installed a cube short shifter in my MK4 Supra, and I think 3 of you, maybe 4, saw the video of me installing a cube shifter in my friend's R32 GTR. Well, Cubes liked those videos so much that he actually sent me another one, and today we're going to be installing one in Ryan's 1995 Supra. Woohoo! So this is Ryan from PureFunction.
Hey guys.
You guys might know him. What can you tell me about your channel and the car?
Channel is all about this car for the most part, and how-to videos kind of like his, except not poor man mods. I spend a lot of money on this car, and nothing against that, but yeah, 95 Toyota Supra, big single turbo, AM Infinity standalone. The normal works is what I call it for a MK4 Supra. Big power, or semi-big power.
You've spent all this money, but you still have the factory shifter?
Yep, and I hate it. It is horrible. It shifts like a truck, and I hate it. It's absolutely horrible. And after feeling Freddy's here now, you know, feeling his shifter back and forth, it felt fantastic.
Did you like the knob?
The knob was perfectly smooth, and it just shifted nice. Yeah. I loved it. So now that's what I need for my car.
So I guess we're gonna put this cube shifter in. It doesn't look to be that difficult.
No, this is very basic, especially because it's external, but this is going to be for a tripod style shifter. There's literally, you need a 10 millimeter, a 12 millimeter, and a 12 millimeter box wrench, and that's it. Like, it's super simple to get this done, guys.
All right, let's get to it.
Sweet. All right, guys, so here is everything that's going to be coming in your kit from Cube Shifters. This is everything that you'll be getting with it. Right here, right off the bat, is the tripod shifter that you'll be getting from Cube. Now, this will come as a 2-piece system. We have it screwed down already. Let me go ahead and unscrew this real quick for y'all. It'll come as 2 pieces. Now, when you get this, when you put everything together, Cube recommends that you use blue thread locker with this, making sure it does not ever come undone. We went ahead and put it together there real quick just as a demonstration. I'll set that back down for y'all. It comes with the 4 bolts that you'll need that go in these locations here and here. And then it also comes with the brass bushings that need to go underneath that you'll bolt through. Now, we'll get into that here a little bit more in detail when we start installing it on the car. It also comes with these rubber seals. One thing that you can also purchase for an extra cost is the cube shifter that you can see right here. I decided to go with the black with red lettering. I just think it looks nice, and it has a nice feel to it. Good weight. It'll help with those quick, nice throws. So the whole reason why I'm going with the new cube shifter is the R154/w58 shifter that is in the car has a horrible long throw. It is no fun whatsoever. It feels like you're driving a truck, especially when you have a sports car. It takes that enjoyment factor out of it. So buying one of these really makes a huge difference. After driving and being in Freddy's car, it just sold me on it. It feels like a gated shifter, and it's literally perfect. One other option too, when you have a tripod style shifter, is going with the tripod bushings, which you can see here. These are stainless steel bushings that Cube offers. Now, for today's offering, we will not be showing this as I've already installed them in my car. The bushings in my Supra and the R154 were already worn out when I first got it. So this was the first mod I actually did to the transmission itself. Very simple to install. I actually have a video I did on this a while back. We will post that in the comments below for you guys to take a look at on my PureFunction channel. So we're gonna focus mainly today on the shifter, but this is something you guys can look into.
I'm not gonna make this thing fall off the jack stands, am I? Because I'm like faddish. All right, we're gonna get started with this installation. Remove the shift knob, TRD shift knob. Remove the ashtray.
And then pull up on the rest of the plastic. Yep, you're good.
Nice. And then we have the 4 bolts. Then just remove these 4 10 millimeter bolts. See, when I did this on my car, I only have 2. Because
you want a cookie?
Weight reduction, and for whatever reason, they don't fit. But I would like a cookie.
Me too. I'm hungry.
You know who has the best cookies?
Who?
Subway.
Subway does have the best cookies. Are you done yet?
God, I'm hurrying.
All right.
And remove the boot. Hey, look at that. A hole. That is a transmission design I've never seen in person. All right, now we just have to lift up on this other boot to reveal the bolts. Holding the shifter in. Lift up the skirt. And you can use a Phillips screwdriver for this or a 10 mil. I would highly recommend not using a Phillips because you'll probably strip it. When I see bolts like this, I think of the movie Saw. Like, you can either use a Phillips or a 10 and it's like live or die. Make your choice. Which do you want to do?
That's actually kind of funny.
And every time I use a Phillips, it just doesn't work. This is actually going easier than it was on my car.
These cars are so easy to work on. Although my friend with his ARC-7 said these cars suck because he said they're hard to work on.
My Mark III, I often finding myself saying, it shouldn't be this difficult.
Yeah, like I never say that. Like it's like, this is so easy.
All right, one more bolt. So we can't pull it out just yet. There's one more bolt down below that we have to get to from underneath the car. Or I guess you could get to it from up here if you're a magician.
Yeah, if you're a magician, you might be able to get to it, but by far the easiest is get it from underneath, and then you have to pull the bolt out.
And pull this rubber boot down. And this is the bolt and nut that we have to remove. Ryan actually loosened it before I got here, but it's just a 12 millimeter bolt and nut, right?
Yep. It's a 12 and 12, so it's a 12 millimeter box wrench, and then you use a 12 millimeter socket to get this off.
Super easy. Like I said, you could do that from up top if you're a magician, but it's super easy from down below. Not even.
So that's it, guys, right there, like you said.
Not even worth the hassle. And now it'll just pop up, right? Just lift up.
Yep.
And pull out this stock, crappy, worn out, ugly shifter. Aren't you glad to be seeing this gone?
Oh my God, yeah. All right, guys, so here is the stock shifter in my right hand. This is, as you can see, a little bit physically shorter than the new cube shifter. It's not a major difference. You're looking at a little over an inch difference, but it gives you a better feeling and it gives you a little bit better height when you're trying to shift. Now, when we set this in the car, it might actually sit pretty darn close to the same, if not slightly lower, so it might actually fit close to this same size. I don't think it's going to be a major difference, but once again, it's just literally roughly about an inch difference in size, and this should be no big deal. And let's go ahead and throw it in now and see how it looks. All right, guys, so next up what we're going to do is install this brass bushing here, and you have 2 O-rings to go with it. The easiest way that I feel to go about it is go ahead and put the first O-ring on it here, set it down in, maybe even not. Go ahead and set that down like that. Press it in by hand, just use your thumb here and press it in. Flip it over, take the other O-ring, use your thumb, press it in as best you can, and work your fingers around, and that's it. As you guys can see here, it is fully pressed in now, and this will keep it from that brass bushing from falling out, or as you can see, I'm shaking around. It will stay in place now, and this is where your 12 millimeter bolt will go through then.
So to install this, you need to install it to where the bolt can go through it. So you can't have this go in there like that, although these bolts might line up. It won't line up down here. So make sure it's like this or like this. It doesn't matter though. And just get it down in there. Super easy. All right, now you're gonna install the 4 bolts. It is recommended to use Loctite. We're not going to do Loctite right now, but Cube does recommend it. And then you're gonna tighten them with a 4 millimeter hex key. It's that simple. Now we just have to go down bottom and reinstall that 12 millimeter bolt.
Try shoving that in there real quick.
Oh yeah.
Are they going in?
Nice and deep like. All right, we're finished down here. Now we can go back up top. So we got the bottom bolt installed. Now we're just gonna re-tighten these for security, because we didn't use Loctite. But you don't want to strip these either. Do not over crank them. They are in aluminum. Now we're going to reinstall the factory boot. You got to really force this boot over the shifter because the big billet piece, so it's a lot harder to get on. And then once you get it pushed down, you can get the bolts in. So we do have one in place. And then we'll get the rest of the bolts in. And just get them on nice and tight. It is a little bit tricky lining them up just because the billet piece, kind of stretches and tweaks the rubber a bit, but it does fit. And now we can finally reinstall the last factory piece before we install the cube knob.
Good.
Yep. Now we can install the cube knob. Thread the knob on all the way, and then where you get it to where you like it, you set the set screw all the way against it. And there you go. The installation is finished. So unfortunately, we totally forgot to record the factory shift throw length. But if you have a Supra with the factory shifter, you can find those numbers out for yourself. But as for this cube short shifter, it is only 3 inches from 3rd to 4th. That is fan-freaking-tastic. Short, feels great, installs super easy. All around, this is a fantastic shifter, I have to say. Look at that. Nice and tight. Goes back to neutral super quick. Very nice. All right, Ryan, so you, for whatever reason, you actually let me work on your car and install something on your car. So how does this cube shifter actually feel?
I actually really like it. It goes into gear really nicely. It feels like a gated shifter. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of like a Gallardo or like an old Testarossa. Like going 1st, 2nd here, 3rd, 4th, and then even 5th. Like I feel like I'm in a legit race car. The only downside, and I do like to give, I'm pretty honest here, the only downside I could say is it's a little tall compared to the stock shifter like I was showing there earlier. It's like an inch and a half difference. Is it a major issue? Absolutely not, but I would prefer it to be down at the stock height. It's a little tall, but with it being so short, it's just nice. Oh my God, this is so much better. I can't wait to get it out on the road and just beat the piss out of it now. This is gonna be awesome.
Well, I know this car is kind of broken at the moment, so if you want, you can drive mine.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I want to feel what that's like. So let's give that a shot.
So we got the cube shifter installed in this 95 Supra, and we have one in my 88 Supra, and you've got to feel both.
Oh yeah, it is awesome.
Unfortunately, couldn't drive this one.
I broke this one. The rear end is like so yeah, it's done. Guys, so I'm going to take the car here for a quick drive, test out the new cube short shifter. I threw back on my TRD knob real quick just because I wanted to try this out on it. So let's go ahead and turn on the car and take it for a quick test drive.
So between the way this one feels on jack stands and the way that one feels driving, what do you think?
It's a gated shifter. It feels just like, if you've ever been a Gallardo, which probably a lot of people are like, how the heck does that happen? Like, I've been in a couple of them and it feels just like them. It's a gated shifter, or like an old school like Ferrari Testarossa. It feels just like that. It's so notchy and it's awesome. Yep. Literally perfect. It's exactly what you would want, in my opinion, of the ultimate manual transmission, especially with them being phased out now. Like less and less cars have them. I feel like this is going to be the best version of it.
I would definitely say, after driving the car more and more since I've done the shifter, it's probably up there on one of my top 5 favorite mods I've done in the car. Like, I just absolutely love the way it feels. Fantastic.
I love it. Happy. I'm a happy camper, boys and girls.
So if you guys want to see more videos of Ryan and his beautiful Supra, I will have a link to his channel, PureFunction, down below.
That's right here.
And I want to give another big thanks to Cube for sending us another shifter. It was another flawless install. I love working with them. If you want a shifter for your car, check out the link down below and get one for your car. They are fantastic, and they are incredibly affordable too.
Yeah, that's for sure. It was for the US dollar, it was $152 for the shifter itself, which in my opinion is dirt cheap, and the shift knob was $32 US, which I think is incredibly cheap for a high quality shifter. I mean, it's not cheap. He gives you everything. I still can't honestly fathom why it's so cheap, but I'm not going to complain about it because it's just, you can't beat it for the price.
So once again, thanks to Cube, and if you guys want to check out Ryan and his car, link down below, and I will see you next time. Thanks.
Peace.